don't know if this stream is going to hold. I got 3 songs I want to do, and then I'll come live. And if I go off, I'll just come live. Hi, everyone.
I was all but 22, I think at the time. I'd been out on the road, lonely at night, and it'd been a while, so it was on my mind. Well, I saw him walk in with his cowboy hat, and I thought to myself,
I can use some of that.
His boots like glass on the sawdust floor had moves like nothing I'd ever seen before. So I walked right up and I pulled him to the side. I handed that man a beer, looked him in the eyes, and I said, "Baby, I think you're gonna want to hear this." Then I told him, "Excuse me, you look like you love me. You look like you want me to want you to come on home. And baby, I don't blame you for looking me up and down across this room. When I'm ready to leave, and you look like you love me."
Well, I was down at a local beer joint with a few of the guys. This cute little country girl called mine. And boy, let me tell you, she was the prettiest thing I'd ever seen in a pair of boots. Well, she walked right up to me, handed me a beer, gave me a look like, "Let's get out of here." And that's when I realized that she was every cowboy's dream come true. She told me this right here. She said,
"Excuse me, you look like you love me. You look like you want me to want you to come on home. And baby, I don't blame you for looking me up and down across this room. I'm Super Bowl is on and I'm ready to leave. And you look like you love me."
So if you ever see a man in a cowboy hat, do you think to yourself, "I
Could use some of that."
Don't waste your time. Just give him this here money. Goes a little like this.
"Excuse me, you look like you love me. You look like you want me to want you to come on home. And baby, I don't blame you for looking me up and down across this room. I'm some 4 years old and I'm ready to leave. And you look like you love me. I'm ready to leave. And you look like you love me."
Doug.
There it is, Lemu, the 50.
I said, "Ooh, baby, baby, I love you. I'm up to you, baby. Baby, I love you. You're my everything. But they're running right. And we switching lanes. Nigga, we go together. Tell them bitches we go together. Nigga, we go together. Tell them hoes we go together.
Nigga, we go together. Tell them hoes we go together.
Nigga, we go together.
Tell them hoes we go together. People tag me, let them pistols bang. If you go with me, go tattoo my name. I like to spoil him, and he do the same. I think we soulmates. You my twin flame. Tell them hoes that she did. I don't play about you.
I don't play about you. Plus you hella kids.
He can turn me on when he pull up on me in that coupe. Baby asking what is we, I'm like my whoopie whoop. He be telling me he love me and I love him too. I only know him for a week, but I swear this my boo. I might let the nigga trap me, bitch, my stomach cold. But I don't even give a fuck, do anything for you. Baby, I love you.
You're everything. Fuck that best friend. Fuck we switching like words. We go together, tell them hoes we go together. Nigga, we go together, let them hoes know we go together. Nigga, we go together, tell them hoes we go together. Nigga, we go together, hoes we go together.
Give me the pussy, I'm bullying shit. Hit from the back and I'm pulling your shit. I some smoke in the city, I wanted to see it, but baby, I couldn't just did. You know the time when we on my niggas start lurking and tying their hoodies and shit. Soon as this shit get resolved, I'm turning librarian for you, I'm booking that shit. Let's do it. Regular lane, let's do it. Show them love to the city, I promise, so let's get the fuck out St. Louis. Maybe we go to St. Lucia. I've been there, so I'll introduce you. Or maybe you go to St. Martin with me if these niggas take break the pussy.
With me.
Maybe we go to St. Kiss. If you ain't obedient, call it spits. And maybe we call it an accident. You slipped your trip. Why you love me still a mystery. Me and the surgeon got history. I changed a lot of girls' lives for real. They needed nobody, they hated me. Everybody that asked me for it. The last one showing me did it for free. Cause I sent over so many passports for them, but red. Don't even worry about all of that shit. Just keep it natural for them, I swear. I got a passion for you, I swear. I got attraction for you, I swear. Yeah. You think I'm a bastard, girl, I swear. You ain't get your masters, but I still breaking your back in the master. Right. My sweater. You should have picked them shorts, and I had to sing you a caption like I was there. You the hood, bitch, my dream sexy. Girl, you just asked for me, and I'm there.
Baby, I love you. You my everything. I'm your main bitch. Fuck away they ring. They both them fast cars.
Love we switching lanes.
I'm away from you. You always on my brain.
Nigga, we go together, tell them hoes we go together. Nigga, we go together, tell them hoes we go together. Nigga, we go together, tell them hoes we go together. Nigga, we go together, tell them hoes we go together. Ooh, baby. Baby, I love you. Last song, we get to reading.
Arby's new meat.
Shut up.
Just $7.99 is a
What you come here for?
Yeah.
What? Not you.
They don't like
Talking to
it.
the live.
They ain't gonna like me. I be getting to the money.
Everybody mad. What? I said I'm getting too much money, and now everybody mad. What? I said
Same old nigga
from the block. What? Same little nigga. What? Same little nigga. What?
I done spent a whole lot of time overseas. Never limit my money cause you know I want cheese. I've been in my hometown playing with the kids when they fell off the
Knees up. What?
I know what's a whole lot of niggas that was hating. I know what's a whole lot of bitches that was taking. So I shut the niggas up, bitches feeling us. I was due that I was sick, so I had to stay patient. Taking over summer, nigga, tell me what's the bill. I just still tough a nigga, tell me what it is. You ain't paying no bills, buying no bags, buying no heels. Goddamn,
Let the niggas live.
all I see is 20, 50.
Paru.
If it ain't quarter meal, fuck the wig bone. Warning about to make these niggas sick to the stomach. I be getting to the money.
Everybody mad. I think I'm getting too much money. Everybody mad. Same little nigga from the block. Same little nigga with the pop. The same little
Nigga from the trap, everybody
Right back. She was acting stingy, now she wanna give it up. Fast like OT, I'ma live it up. Now my ex-girl tryna make me jealous cause she got a name. They don't know, after me, they don't give a fuck. I got me a deal, but I'm still in the street. Heard a couple niggas talking like they got beat. They forgot sesame, teriyaki sauce with the rice on the side. Sweaty pussy niggas sweet. I got all this money on my motherfucking mind. Diamonds in my dial, I can't even see the time. All my niggas pull up, please don't let me bang the line. And they super extra when them niggas off the line. All I know is blood, Crips, rules. I'm a west side nigga, don't get it fucked up. Niggas sick cause they thought I locked up. I be getting to the money. Everybody get it. I think I'm getting too much money. Everybody, man. Same little nigga from the block. What? I'm the same little nigga from the block. What? I'm the same little nigga from the truck. Get the what? Get to the money. Everybody, man. Godly money. Think too much money. Everybody, man. Come on. Same old nigga from the block. Godly money on top. Let's start this line, baby. Thank you guys for putting up with that. Okay, let's get to going and finish our situation. Get the thing off. I was out today, and we are going to pick up from Genesis chapter 44, and we are just going to finish off the 50 books of Genesis. I just now fed Sugarcoat. Too bad she wasn't here. I didn't see all that on the TV. Sorry about that. Joseph sets a trap. Then Joseph gave a command to the servant in charge of his house. Joseph said, "Fill the men's sacks with as much grain as they can carry, and put each man's money into his sack with the grain. Put my silver cup in the sack of the youngest brother. Also, put his money for the grain in that sack." The servant did what Joseph told him. At dawn, the brothers were sent away with their donkeys. They were not far from the city when Joseph said to the servant in charge of his house, "Go after the men. When you catch up with them, say, 'Why have you paid back evil for good? The cup you have stolen is the one my master uses for drinking, and he uses it for explaining dreams. You have done a very wicked thing.'" So the servant caught up with the brothers. He said to them what Joseph had told him to say. But the brothers said to the servant, "Why do you say these things? We would not do anything like that. We brought back to you the money we found in our sacks. We brought it back from the land of Canaan. So surely we would not steal silver or gold from your master's house. If you find that silver cup in the sack of one of us, then let him die, and we will be your slaves." The servant said, "We will do as you say, but only the man who has taken the cup will become my slave. The rest of you may go free." Then every brother quickly lowered his sack to the ground and opened it. The servant searched the sacks, going from the oldest brother to the youngest. He found the cup in Benjamin's sack. The brothers tore their clothes to show they were sad. Then they put their sacks back on the donkeys, and they returned to the city. When Judah and his brothers went back to Joseph's house, Joseph was still there. The brothers bowed face down on the ground before him. Joseph said to them, "What have you done? Didn't you know that a man like me can learn things by signs and dreams?" Judah said, "Sir, what can we say? And how can we show we are not guilty? God has uncovered our guilt, so all of us will be your slaves, not just Benjamin. But Joseph said, I will not make you all slaves. Only the man who stole the cup will be my slave. The rest of you may go back safely to your father. Then Judah went to Joseph and said, Sir, please, let me speak plainly to you. Please don't be angry with me. I know that you are as powerful as the king of Egypt himself. When we were here before, you asked us, do you have a father or a brother? And we answered you, we have an old father and we have a younger brother. He was born when our father was old. This youngest son's brother is dead, so he is the only one of his mother's children left alive. And our father loves him very much. Then you said to us, bring that brother to me. I want to see him. And we said to you, that young boy cannot leave his father. If he leaves him, his father will die. But you said to us, you must bring your youngest brother. If you don't, you will not be allowed to see me again. So we went back to our father and told him what you had said. Later, our father said, go again, buy us a little more food. We said to our father, we cannot go without our youngest brother. Without our youngest brother, we will not be allowed to see the governor. Then my father said to us, you know that my wife, Rachel, gave me 2 sons. One son left me. I thought, surely he has been torn apart by a wild animal, and I haven't seen him since. Now you want to take this son away from me also. But something terrible might happen to him. Then I would be sad until the day I die. Now what will happen if we go home to our father without our youngest brother? He is the most important thing in our father's life. When our father sees that the young boy is not with us, he will die. And it will be our fault. We will cause the greatest sorrow that kills our father. I gave my father a guarantee that the young boy would be safe. I said to my father, if I don't bring him back to you, you can blame me all my life. So now, please allow me to stay here and be your slave, and let the young boy go back home with his brothers. I cannot go back to my father if the boy is not with me. I couldn't stand to see my father sad. Genesis 45. Joseph reveals who he is. Joseph could not control himself in front of his servants any longer. He cried out, have everyone leave me. When only the brothers were left with Joseph, he told them who he was. Joseph cried so loudly that the Egyptians heard him, and the people in the king's palace heard about it. He said to his brothers, I am Joseph. Is my father still alive? But the brothers could not answer him because they were very afraid of him. So Joseph said to them, come close to me. So the brothers came close to him. And he said to them, I am your brother Joseph. You sold me as a slave to go to Egypt. Now don't be worried. Don't be angry with yourselves because you sold me here. God sent me here ahead of you to save people's lives. No food has grown on the land for 2 years now, and there will be 5 more years without planting or harvest. So God sent me here ahead of you. This was to make sure you have some descendants left on the earth. and it was to keep you alive in an amazing way. So it was not you who sent me here, but God. God has made me the highest officer of the king of Egypt. I am in charge of his palace. I am the master of all the land of Egypt. So leave quickly and go to my father. Tell him your son Joseph says, God has made me master over all Egypt. Come down to me quickly. Live in the land of Goshen. You will be near me. Also, your children, your grandchildren, your flocks and herds, and all that you have will be near me. I will care for you during the next 5 years of hunger. In this way, you and your family and all that you have will not starve. Now you can see for yourselves, the one speaking to you is really Joseph, and my brother Benjamin can see this. So tell my father about how powerful I have become in Egypt. Tell him about everything you have seen. Now hurry and bring him back to me. Then Joseph hugged his brother Benjamin and cried, and Benjamin cried also. Then Joseph kissed all his brothers. He cried as he hugged them. After this, his brothers talked with him. The king of Egypt and his officers learned that Joseph's brothers had come, and they were very happy about this. So the king said to Joseph, tell your brothers to load their animals and go back to the land of Canaan. Tell them to bring their father and their families back here to me. I will give them the best land in Egypt, and they will eat the best food we have here. Tell them to take some wagons from Egypt for their children and their wives, and tell them to bring their father back also. Tell them not to worry about bringing any of their things with them. We will give them the best of what we have in Egypt. So the sons of Israel did this. Joseph gave them wagons as the king had ordered, and he gave them food for their trip. He gave each brother a change of clothes, but he gave Benjamin 5 changes of clothes. And Joseph gave him about 7½ pounds of silver. Joseph also sent his father 10 donkeys loaded with the best things from Egypt. And he sent 10 female donkeys. They were loaded with grain, bread, and other food for his father on his trip back. Then Joseph told his brothers to go. As they were leaving, he said to them, don't quarrel on the way home. So the brothers left Egypt and went to their father Jacob in the land of Canaan. They told him, Joseph is still alive. He is the ruler over all the land of Egypt. Their father was shocked and did not believe them. But the brothers told him everything Joseph had said. Then Jacob saw the wagons that Joseph had sent to carry him back to Egypt. Then Jacob felt better. Jacob, also called Israel, said, now I believe you. My son Joseph is still alive. I will go and see him before I die. Genesis 46, Jacob goes to Egypt. So Jacob, also called Israel, took all he had and started his trip. He went to Beersheba. There he offered sacrifices to the God of his father Isaac. During the night, God spoke to Israel in a vision. He said, Jacob, Jacob. And Jacob answered, here I am. Then God said, I am God, the God of your father. Don't be afraid to go to Egypt. I will make your descendants a great nation there. I will go to Egypt with you, and I will bring you out of Egypt again. Joseph's own hands will close your eyes when you die. Then Jacob left Beersheba. The sons of Israel loaded their father, their children, and their wives. They put them in the wagons the king of Egypt had sent. They also took their farm animals and everything they had gotten in Canaan. So Jacob went to Egypt with all his descendants. He took his sons and grandsons, his daughters and granddaughters. He took all his family to Egypt with him. Jacob's family. Now these are the names of the children of Israel who went to Egypt. They are Jacob and his descendants. Reuben was Jacob's first son. Reuben's sons were Hanok, Palu, Hezron, and Carmi. Simeon's sons were Jemuel, Jamin, Ohad, Jachin, Zohar, and Shaul. Shaul was Simeon's son by a Canaanite woman. Levi's sons were Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. Judah's sons were Onan, Shelah, Perez, and Zerah. But and Onan had died in the land of Canaan. Perez's sons were Hezron and Hamul. Issachar's sons were Tola, Puah, Jeshub, and Shimron. Zebulun's sons were Seri, Elon, and Jaleel. These are the sons of Leah and Jacob, born in northwest Mesopotamia. His daughter Dinah was also born there. There were 33 persons in this part of Jacob's family. Gad's sons were Zephon, Haggai, Shunai, Esbon, Eri, Arodi, and Ireli. Asher's sons were Imnah, Ishva, Ishvi, and Beriah. Their sister was Sarah. Beriah's sons were Heber and Malkiel. These are Jacob's sons by Zilpah. She was the slave girl whom Laban gave to his daughter Leah. There were 16 persons in this part of Jacob's family. The sons of Jacob's wife Rachel were Joseph and Benjamin. In Egypt, Joseph became the father of Manasseh and Ephraim by his wife Asenath. She was the daughter of Potiphera, priest of On. Benjamin's sons were Bela, Baker, Ashbel, Gera, Naaman, Ehi, Rosh, Muppim, Huppim, and Ard. These are the sons of Jacob by his wife Rachel. There were 14 persons in this part of Jacob's family. Dan's son was Hisham. Naphtali's sons were Jaziel, Gunai, Jezer, and Shillem. These are Jacob's sons by Bilhah. She was the slave girl whom Laban gave to his daughter Rachel. There were 7 persons in this part of Jacob's family. So the total number of Jacob's direct descendants who went to Egypt was 66. The wives of Jacob's sons were not counted in this number. Joseph had 2 sons born in Egypt, so the total number in the family of Jacob in Egypt was 70. Jacob arrives in Egypt. Genesis chapter 46, verse 28. Jacob sent Judah ahead of him to see Joseph in Goshen. Then Jacob and his people came into the land of Goshen. Joseph prepared his chariot and went to meet his father Israel in Goshen. As soon as Joseph saw his father, he hugged his neck. and he cried there for a long time. Then Israel said to Joseph, "Now I am ready to die. I have seen your face, and I know that you are still alive." Joseph said to his brothers and his father's family, "I will go and tell the king you are here. I will say, my brothers and my father's family have left the land of Canaan. They have come here to me. They are shepherds and take care of farm animals, and they have brought their flocks and their herds and everything they own with them. When the king calls you, he will ask, 'What work do you do?' This is what you should tell him. 'We, your servants, have taken care of farm animals all our lives. Our ancestors did the same thing. Then the king will allow you to settle in the land of Goshen. This is away from the Egyptians. They don't like to be near shepherds." Genesis chapter 47. Jacob settles in Goshen. Joseph went in to the king and said, "My father and my brothers have arrived from Canaan. They have their flocks and herds and everything they own with them. They are now in the land of Goshen." Joseph chose 5 of his brothers to introduce to the king. The king said to the brothers, "What work do you do?" And they said to him, "We, your servants, are shepherds. Our ancestors were also shepherds." They said to the king, "We have come to live in this land. There is no grass in the land of Canaan for our animals to eat. The hunger is very terrible there. So please allow us to live in the land of Goshen." Then the king said to Joseph, "Your father and your brothers have come to you. You may choose any place in Egypt for them to live. Give your father and your brothers the best land. Let them live in the land of Goshen. And if any of them are skilled shepherds, put them in charge of my sheep and cattle." Then Joseph brought his father Jacob and introduced him to the king. And Jacob blessed the king. Then the king said to Jacob, "How old are you?" Jacob said to him, "My life has been spent wandering from place to place. It has been short, filled with trouble. I have lived only 130 years. My ancestors lived much longer than I." Then Jacob blessed the king and left. Joseph obeyed the king. He gave his father and brothers the best land in Egypt. It was near the city of Ramesses. And Joseph gave his father, his brothers, and everyone who lived with them the food they needed. Joseph buys land for the king. Genesis chapter 47, verse 13. The hunger became worse, and there was no food anywhere in the land. The land of Egypt and the land of Canaan became very poor because of this. Joseph collected all the money that was to be found in Egypt and Canaan. People paid him this money for the grain they were buying. He brought that money to the king's palace. After some time, the people in Egypt and Canaan had no money left. So they went to Joseph and said, "Please give us food. Our money is gone. If we don't eat, we will die here in front of you." Joseph answered, "Since you have no money, give me your farm animals. I will give you food in return." So people brought their farm animals to Joseph, and he gave them food in exchange for their horses, sheep, cattle, and donkeys. So he kept them alive by trading food for their farm animals that year. The next year, the people came to Joseph and said, "You know, we have no money left, and all our animals belong to you. We have nothing left except our bodies and our land. Surely both we and our land will die here in front of you. Buy us and our land in exchange for food, and we will be slaves to the king together with our land. Give us seed to plant, then we will live and not die, and the land will not become a desert." So Joseph bought all the land in Egypt for the king. Every Egyptian sold Joseph his field because hunger was very great. So the land became the king's. And Joseph made the people slaves from one end of Egypt to the other. The only land he did not buy was the land the priests owned. They did not need to sell their land because the king paid them for their work, so they had money to buy food. Joseph said to the people, "Now I have bought you and your land for the king, so I will give you seed, and you can plant your fields. At harvest time, you must give 1/5 to the king. You must keep 4/5 for yourselves. Use it as seed for the field and as food for yourselves, your families, and your children." The people said, "You have saved our lives. If you like, we will become slaves of the king." So Joseph made a law in Egypt, which continues today. 1/5 of everything from the land belongs to the king. The only land the king did not get was the priest's land. Don't bury me in Egypt. Genesis chapter 47, verse 27. The Israelites continued to live in the land of Goshen in Egypt. There they got possessions. They had many children and grew in number. Jacob, also called Israel, lived in Egypt 17 years, so he lived to be 147 years old. Israel knew he soon would die, so he called his son Joseph to him. He said to Joseph, "If you love me, put your hand under my leg. Promise me you will not bury me in Egypt. When I die, carry me out of Egypt. Bury me where my ancestors were buried." Joseph answered, "I will do as you say." Then Jacob said, "Promise me." And Joseph promised him that he would do this. Then Israel worshiped as he leaned on the top of his walking stick. Genesis 48, last chapter before a quick break, and I'll come back and do the last two, but we'll have a little talk through if anyone's around. Blessings for Manasseh and Ephraim. Sometime later, Joseph learned that his father was very sick. So he took his two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim, and went to his father. When Joseph arrived, someone told Jacob, also called Israel, "Your son Joseph has come to see you." Jacob was weak, so he used all his strength and sat up on his bed. Then Jacob said to Joseph, "God all-powerful appeared to me at Luz in the land of Canaan. God blessed me there. He said to me, 'I will give you many children. I will make you the father of many peoples, and I will give you descendants, this land forever.' Your two sons were born here in Egypt before I came. They will be counted as my own sons. Ephraim and Manasseh will be my sons, just as Reuben and Simeon are my sons. But if you have other children, they will be your own. But their land will be part of the land given to Ephraim and Manasseh. When I came from northwest Mesopotamia, Rachel died in the land of Canaan. we were traveling toward Ephrath. This made me very sad. I buried her there beside the road to Ephrath. Today, Ephrath is Bethlehem. Then Israel saw Joseph's sons. He said, "Who are these boys?" Joseph said to his father, "They are my sons. God has given them to me here in Egypt." Israel said, "Bring your sons to me so I may bless them." At this time, Israel's eyesight was bad because he was old. So Joseph brought the boys close to him. Israel kissed the boys and put his arms around them. He said to Joseph, "I thought I would never see you alive again, and now God has let me see you and also your children." Then Joseph moved his sons off Israel's lap. Joseph bowed face down to the ground. He put Ephraim on his right side and Manasseh on his left. So Ephraim was near Israel's left hand and Manasseh was near Israel's right hand. Joseph brought the boys close to Israel, but Israel crossed his arms. He put his right hand on the head of Ephraim, who was younger. He put his left hand on the head of Manasseh, but he was the firstborn son. And Israel blessed Joseph and said, "My ancestors Abraham and Isaac served our God, and like a shepherd, God has led me all my life. He was the angel who saved me from all my troubles. Now I pray that he will bless these boys. May my name be known through these boys, and may the names of my ancestors Abraham and Isaac be known through them. May they have many descendants on the earth." Joseph saw that his father put his right hand on Ephraim's head. Joseph didn't like it, so he took hold of his father's hand. He wanted to move it from Ephraim's head to Manasseh's head. Joseph said to his father, "You are doing it wrong, father. Manasseh is the firstborn son. Put your right hand on his head." But his father refused and said, "I know, my son, I know. Manasseh will be great and have many descendants, but his younger brother will be greater, and his descendants will be enough to make a nation." So Israel blessed them that day. He said, "When a blessing is given in Israel, they will say, 'May God make you like Ephraim and Manasseh.'" In this way, he made Ephraim greater than Manasseh. Then Israel said to Joseph, "Look at me. I am about to die, but God will be with you. He will take you back to the land of your fathers. I have given you something that I did not give your brothers. I have given you land. I have given you the land of Shechem that I took from the Amorite people. I took it with my sword and my bow." Awesome. Okay, so let's see. Anybody in the room? Okay, no problem. I'm going to pull up something. I'm going to show and remind you guys of something real quick. Let's see. You guys remember a guy that testified and he had gotten delivered and he didn't like no men's no more. He liked women's. Y'all remember him? I'm not gonna trouble y'all with none of that. I'm not gonna do that. But when a woman gets to testify,
On that side, y'all pray for me. Bible says the food makes the marks out of God. It's nothing to be played with.
Nothing to be played with.
And food, I've said there's no God, but God is real.
He's real.
I just come home, pray, school.
Thank you.
Clean up men.
prostitute.
Having oral sex in my mouth.
She was sucking balls.
Jesus.
Now she don't get to testify no more. She don't get to testify no more. See? She don't get to testify no more. But watch this. I'm not gonna play it. I ain't gonna play him. I'm not gonna play him. What did they let that boy take the microphone go all through the church? Men, I love men, I love women, I ain't gay no more. I don't carry no purse. I love it. They just let him just have the floor, didn't they? Oh, I'll be back. I'm gonna get me some water and we're gonna finish up the last two. And I'm having a great time. I didn't know I was gonna have this kind of fun tonight. Sorry about the mess. Ray hit my head yesterday. And now I don't got a shoulder. Because I didn't check in with the shoulder until I'm going to be doing activities. All right. Let's do the last two of Genesis. And we will complete the book of Genesis. Again, the purpose of this is to get godly money. I know I keep saying money, but it's godly money and trying to inspire the preachers to get on. No, I'm going straight for the $1 billion. I wanted to say I want to inspire the preachers to come up with a storehouse plan, a real storehouse plan that builds the communities. But no. You guys, since y'all like jumping in women's behinds, jump in Paula White's behind. She's the woman that matters. She is, I'm sorry for yelling. Let me stop. Okay, guys, so here we go. We are now on to 59 Genesis. There are 50 chapters in the book of Genesis. Jacob blesses his sons. Then Jacob called his sons to him. He said, "Come here to me. I will tell you what happened to you in the future. Come together and listen, sons of Jacob. Listen to Israel, your father. Reuben, my first son, you are my strength. Your birth showed I could be a father. You have the highest position among my sons. You are the most powerful, but you are uncontrolled like water, so you will no longer lead your brothers. This is because you got into your father's bed. You shamed me by having physical relations with my slave girl. Simeon and Levi are brothers. They use their swords to do violence. I will not join their secret talks. I will not meet with them to plan evil. They kill men because they were angry, and they crippled oxen just for fun. May their anger be cursed because it is too violent. May their violence be cursed because it is too cruel. I will divide them up again. I will divide them up among the tribes of Jacob. I will scatter them through all the tribes of Israel. Judah, your brothers will praise you. You will grab your enemies by the neck. Your brothers will bow down to you. Judah is like a young lion. You have returned from killing my son. Like a lion, he stretches out and lies down to rest. No one is brave enough to wake him. Men from Judah family will be kings. Someone from Judah will always be on the throne. Judah will rule until the real king comes, and the nations will obey him. He ties his donkey to a grapevine. He ties his young donkey to the best branch. He can afford to use wine to wash his clothes. He even uses grape juice to wash his robes. His eyes are bright from drinking wine.
His teeth are white from drinking milk. Zebulun will live near the sea. His shore will be a safe place for ships. His land will reach as far as Sidon. Issachar is like a strong donkey. He lies down while carrying his load. He will see his resting place is good. He will see how pleasant his land is. He will put his back to the load. He will become a slave. Excuse me. Let me do that again. Genesis 49, verse 15. Let me start with, Genesis chapter 49, verse 14. Issachar is like a strong donkey. He lies down while carrying his load. He will see his resting place is good. He will see how pleasant his land is. Then he will put his back to the load. He will become a slave. Dan will rule his own people like the other tribes in Israel. Dan will be like a snake by the side of the road. He will be like a dangerous snake lying near the path. That snake bites a horse's leg, and the rider is thrown off backward. Lord, I wait for your salvation. Robbers will attack Gad, but he will defeat them and drive them away. Asher's land will grow much food. He will grow good food, food fit for a king. Naphtali is like a female deer that runs free. She has beautiful fawns. Joseph is like a grapevine that produces much fruit. He is like a healthy vine watered by a spring. He is like a vine whose branches grow over the wall. Men attack him violently with arrows. They shoot at him angrily, but he aims his bow well. His arms are made strong. He gets his power from the mighty God of Jacob. He gets his strength from the shepherd, the rock of Israel. Your father's God helps you. God all-powerful blesses you. He blesses you with rain from above. He blesses you with water from springs below. He blesses you with many babies born to your wives. He blesses you with many young ones born to your animals. The blessings of your father are greater than the blessings of the oldest mountains. They are greater than the good things of the long-lasting hills. May these blessings rest on the head of Joseph. May they rest on the forehead of the one who was separated from his brothers. Benjamin is like a hungry wolf. In the morning, he eats what he has caught. In the evening, he divides what he has taken. These are the 12 tribes of Israel, and this is what their father said to them. He gave each son the blessing that was right for him. Then Israel gave them a command. He said, I am about to die. Bury me with my ancestors in the cave in the field of Ephraim the Hittite. The cave is in the field of Machpelah, east of Mamre. It is in the land of Canaan. Abraham bought that field from Ephraim the Hittite for a burying place. Abraham and Sarah, his wife, were buried there. Isaac and Rebekah, his wife, are buried there. I buried my wife, Leah, there. The field and the cave in it were brought from the Hittite people. After Jacob finished talking to his sons, he lay down. He put his feet back on the bed, took his last breath, and died. Genesis chapter 50, last chapter and last chapter for the night. Jacob's burial. When Jacob died, Joseph hugged his father. Joseph hugged his father and cried over him and kissed him. He commanded the doctors who served him to prepare his father's body. So the doctors prepared Jacob's body to be buried. It took the doctors 40 days to prepare his body. This was the usual time it took. And the Egyptians had a time of sorrow for Jacob. It lasted 70 days. When this time of sorrow had ended, Joseph spoke to the king's officers. He said, "If you think well of me, please tell this to the king. When my father was near death, I made a promise to him. I promised I would bury him in a cave in the land of Canaan. This is a burial place that he cut out for himself. So please let me go and bury my father. Then I will return." The king answered, "Keep your promise. Go and bury your father." So Joseph went to bury his father. All the king's officers, the elders of his court, and all the elders of Egypt went with Joseph. Everyone who lived with Joseph and his brothers went with him, and everyone who lived with his father also went. They left only their children, their flocks, and their herds in the land of Goshen. Men in chariots and on horses also went with Joseph. It was a very large group. They went to the threshing floor of Atad, east of the Jordan River. There they cried loudly and bitterly for Jacob. There they cried loudly and bitterly for Jacob, also called Israel. Joseph's time of sorrow continued for 7 days. The people that lived in Canaan saw the sadness at the threshing floor of Atad. They said, "These Egyptians are showing great sorrow." So now the place is named Sorrow of the Egyptians. So Jacob's sons did what their father commanded. They carried his body to the land of Canaan. They buried it in the cave in the field of Machpelah near Mamre. Abraham had bought this cave and field from Ephron the Hittite. He bought the cave to use as a burial place. After Joseph buried his father, he returned to Egypt. His brothers and everyone who had gone with him to bury his father also returned. The brothers feared Joseph. Genesis chapter 50, verse 15. After Jacob died, Joseph's brothers said, "What if Joseph is still angry with us? We did many wrong things to him. What if he plans to pay us back?" So they sent a message to Joseph. It said, "Your father gave this command before he died. He said to us, 'You have done wrong. You have sinned and done evil to Joseph. Tell Joseph to forgive you, his brothers.' So now, Joseph, we beg you to forgive our wrong. We are the servants of the God of your father." When Joseph received the message, he cried. And his brothers went to him and bowed low before him. They said, "We are your slaves." Then Joseph said to them, "Don't be afraid. Can I do what only God can do? You meant to hurt me, but God turned your evil into good. It was to save the lives of many people, and it is being done. So don't be afraid. I will take care of you and your children." So Joseph comforted his brothers and spoke kind words to them. Joseph continued to live in Egypt with all his father's family. He died when he was 110 years old. During Joseph's life, Ephraim had children and grandchildren, and Joseph's son Manasseh had a son named Machir. Joseph accepted Machir's children as his own. The death of Joseph, Genesis chapter 50, verse 24. Joseph said to his brothers, I am about to die, but God will take care of you. He will lead you out of this land. He will lead you to the land he promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Then Joseph had the sons of Israel make a promise. He said, promise me that you will carry my bones out of Egypt. Joseph died when he was 110 years old. Doctors prepared his body for burial. Then they put him in a coffin in Egypt. That was the book of Genesis. I'm very proud of us that we got through it. So, thank you all. Thank you for letting me enjoy myself and have a little fun. I needed to blow off that steam. I don't know if... So, again, I'm here about trying to open up a park, get godly money. And that's it. I'm below slow flow, and I'm doing pretty good for the 9th day of the new year. We still got some more books to go. We're going to go into Exodus, and I'm going to reflect on all of Genesis that I just read, because this is free will. And have a good one. Happy birthday, if it's your birthday.